day 74 the cut, 250 pounds this morning, which is really cool for two reasons. Number one, my end of February body weight target was 255 pounds, so I'm 5 pounds ahead of schedule. And the second reason is, if you guys remember when me vlogging first started, it was to document my comeback from having my pec ripped off and screwed back into my humerus all the way back to hitting the PR total on the platform 9 months later. And that's not the point. The point is when I hit that PR total, I was really freaking fat. Like I was 325, had to water cut to make 308. And the last 325 weigh-in I had was May 9th, 2024. And what is cool about being 250 right now is that I'm only 25 pounds away from being able to say that I lost 100 pounds. And I got 2 and a little bit months left to be able to say I lost 100 pounds in under a year. So I think that might be what we're going to try to go for here. But if I am thinking about doing that, I need to make sure that I'm not jeopardizing the big picture goal of returning to be a good powerlifter after this cut's over. And on that note, today is my light bench day. And note that I said light bench, not speed bench today. Today is normally when I do run my dynamic effort pressing, but considering I had that little weird like pec schnaggle in the non-surgically repaired side on Monday, I think it'd be a little bit unwise to do speed work. So I got ELITEFTS American Camber bar so I can touch a little bit of pec length and try to make it feel good with some reppy stuff. And like, yeah, this is a very similar bar, a very similar angle to where I did have that little tweak on Monday, but I think that if I can make the similar bar, similar angle feel good today, loaded appropriately, it should help me get back on that bench and well horse sooner. General plan for this protocol is just gonna work up to something that feels appropriately heavy but not sketchy, and then do enough reps that it gets kinda, sorta, almost hard. I think we're good for a quarter jump. Because with any strain, I do want to kind of feel it. I just don't want to really feel it when I'm trying to get the area to feel less like I'm really feeling it. I think that made sense. Little cautious on rep 1, but we're feeling good. Okay, am happy with how the pec felt there, because despite me trying to be tough on Monday's vlog, it really didn't feel all that good on Monday after we did have that little tweakerino. But also not very happy with how quickly I kind of burned out there with 185, but I guess that is dieting. So round 2, and we're gonna see if we can get even better feels in that pec.
Before we do that, if you care about your training but are unsure about what you need to be doing for your main work, your accessories, your technique, hit the link below, join the team, because I want to teach you how to think about training, how to analyze your weak points, and how to correct the issues you're having through programming. I'm going to be coaching you and giving you feedback every single day through the entire process. So sign up, because you will get something out of it.
Yeah, that one actually felt a lot better. And to clarify, talking about the complete pec rupture, that was lefty. Lefty currently rock solid. Righty though, I tore the sternal head off in 2015 because there wasn't really a ton of bruising, ton of deformity at the time, I didn't get in for an MRI for 9 months due to Canadian healthcare. And by the time I got the MRI and realized I ripped the sternal head off, I was already back to benching pretty A-okay and elected to not get the sucker fixed. And the problem with that is that this right side tends to get a little bit vulnerable from time to time. And that is kind of what I experienced last Monday. And what I realized on that set, though, is, well, I've known this forever, but I was reminded of it on that set, is with the neutral grip or neutral grip-ish barbell, so much of my tricep loading comes from spreading into the bar and trying to like pull the bar apart with triceps when I'm on a regular bench bar. And with that neutral grip bar, I had a couple of reps where it kind of bit just a little bit. And those were the reps where I wasn't like deliberately trying to load in triceps, and it almost just kind of like ended up dumping into that little bit of clavicular pec that I have left over there. So reminder to self, gonna have to write this down in my training log, but if you are benching with a neutral grip bar, freaking remember to load your triceps, dumbass. And the current struggle is, unlike last night with the hamstring and leg exercise equipment availability, there is a surplus of overhead pressing machines. So I gotta kind of try to decide which one I want to use first. Also, which one I want to run second, because I'm going to run 2 overhead press slots today. And I think like the groove of this, I don't know, this feels weird. I don't think I'm going to use this today. But I think like the worst part about actually training here is that it's just going to be like a never ending, what machine do I want to use today? And we're going to have to just like go through this kind of bullshit of trying every machine until I feel the one that I really like. And I think that like how this feels, this will be like a good number 2 slot. So I'm going to remember this, but we still got a couple more to try. This is the last of the new guys to play with. And like I was pretty close to wanting to run the thing that I did like the vertical JMs on, because that felt decent. But I think that this guy feels really decent. It'll probably feel more decent once I get some weights on. And they also got a couple of those like hammer overhead press doohickeys, but I know how those feel. Not very excited about them, so I think we're running the plate loaded notulus. And what I'm realizing is the other almost problem that arises from having all of this equipment is like, not only is there so many equipment options, like this guy, I can either move the handles up so I fit in it better, I can move the seat lower so I fit in it better, and I'm not sure if I want to move the handles up, move the seat down, or some combination of the two. I think I'm just going to start with the seat and see if that feels like I can fit in the sucker a little bit more appropriately. Now we get to find out if this feels as egregiously heavy as the other plate loaded machines I tried last session. Either this one feels a little bit lighter in the hands, or I kind of was being a pansy around the pack on Monday, because I think we need more weight. Yeah, we need more weight. Half expected to get totally humbled by slapping an extra plate on, so we'll try kind of hard. Oh, this thing is so nice. Still probably need more weight. We'll find out if that's a bad choice or not. Okay, FAFO time. I think what I found out here is that I probably need to revisit some of the horizontal press machines now that my pec feels less sketchy, because this feels much less heavy than they did on Monday. And even if it isn't super heavy, like the ramp up towards the end and like the level of delt pumpage, very stoked. Also, someone turned the sound way up, which just cut out right now, so maybe I don't need to talk about this. And I think what I'm gonna do is go quarter for the next set, see how it goes. And if quarter goes really well, we'll probably go 4.
God is the greatest. I know one song
Maybe we could have gone straight to 4. After that, I might be spending more time on this machine than I anticipated. Because if 4 goes well, I might be tempted to jump straight to 5. Also, if the audio sucks right now, the music went from really, really, really quiet to really, really, really loud, and I'm not sure how well the mic is going to handle it. Gonna be a dumbass and load 5 plates. I was gonna say I was nervous for this set until my slipper fell off, but now I'm just gonna say I'm embarrassed. Had to fight for the 5th rep, but that was fun. And I'm thinking after getting a little bit stupid over there, probably gonna try to be a little bit more pumpy squeezy with the neutral handles on this sucker. Still gonna go up a little bit. Okay, round 2. This machine is so weird because it almost feels like I'm pushing through band tension, but I also don't think that's a bad thing. Because it freaking really forces me to flex the whole way through the range. Going up again. Okay, round 3, and based on the last one, this one might kind of suck, but that's also what we're kind of going for, right? So freaking good. And I'm currently trying to resist the temptation to try the incline press again, but I think I got a more appropriate plan for today that kind of fits my big whole scope plan for what the session should be a little bit better. Because like with pec weirdness, dips are always a little bit sketchy, but I'm hoping with enough assistance I can make it feel pretty therapeutic. That actually had 0 sketch at all, so I may be able to reduce the weight on this thing. Yeah, we'll take some pounds off. Not gonna be too ambitious though. I don't know, maybe we can afford to be a little bit ambitious. I freaking wish I had access to one of these things during my actual like real pec rehab. because they are so freaking nice to have as a tool to make shit work better in a vulnerable position while making that vulnerable position a little bit less vulnerable. Because like big principle with rehab is that if you know a position sucks and like if a movement kind of feels sketchy, it's probably not a reason to write that movement off and say that movement's bad. It's a reason to figure out how you can make that movement doable, progress, get better, so that the movement no longer feels like a vulnerability. And we'll go to the bottom of the assistant stack, see if we die. If I don't die here, I might give body weight a whirl today to see if I can make that feel okay. But genuinely very surprised with how not pec ripping off this feels so far. Stoked. Okay, gonna keep the feet very ready to hop onto the safety platforms. That might have actually felt better than the assistant, so I don't know. And the one thing this gym is missing right now is they don't got an orb to ponder. But what they do have is a 6-pound medicine ball that I can put onto the platform of this guy, stand up here to get some leverage on it, and we got ourselves some orb pushdowns without an orb. This probably actually feels better than the rogue cannonball attachment, to be honest. Do you need less weight? Okay. This is actually deceptively hard. Okay, went up 10 kilos on the stack. Gonna try going up again. Might not be able to do it though. Okay, 80 kilos on the stack. Really gotta stack on top of it because it's so heavy. This is almost at the point where I need to put a dip belt on so that I don't lift myself up. Yeah, I'm not heavy enough right now to go that heavy on a push down, apparently. Still feels sick though, so I'll drop it down and get more reps. Okay, 60 keys. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be running this guy a lot here. And I'm thinking for the accessory delt touching today, gonna do my favorite rack run until my delts explode protocol with the fronty sidey hybrids. And I don't know, just get a big old pump. Still got a little bit of chest touching I want to do. Probably will just run some that fly machine again because it feels really good. Then a little bit upper back touching. Not sure what I want to do for that yet, but I'll figure it out when I get there. But gotta accomplish delt pump from hell. Gotta be able to see the delts through the 3X Carhartt sweater. We got a long ways to go till that happens. I'll probably be here for 3 years. Ooh. And we are into the 20s. Pump is immense. Oh boy. I freaking love these dumbbells because of how solid and well balanced they feel. But then I hate these dumbbells because they feel so much freaking heavier than the ones I'm used to. But that's probably a good thing when it comes to getting more strong and more jacked. Gonna give it semi-appropriate rest before I give the 30s a solid crank. Okay, 30s. Yeah, that was solid crank. And I think we'll crank the pretty Panada row for some rear delt intent here. Just trying to spread the old handles wide. Drive the elbows as high as I can in relation to the handles, which probably isn't that high right now, but I can adjust the machine on the next set. I still cannot get over how much these Panada machines like touch the muscle for how hard it feels like I'm gonna have to work based on the weight on the machine. Did you take weight off? Oh. And I wasn't paying attention to what I had in the stack the first set, and then Miana came in and took some off, so this might be heavier, this might be lighter, because I moved it up from Miana's weight. Still feels adequate for what I'm trying to accomplish, so I'll just shut up and do reps. Oh. 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 Burns so good. Oh. 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 Ah. Yeah, that hit the spot. And as far as hammer strength stuff goes, oh, I probably shouldn't try to use this. We're gonna pivot plan. Gonna run this guy again because it felt really good last time. But the only difference is today, gonna run her single arm because one of the guys on the team, Matt, has this machine at his gym and said the single arm feels way freaking better. And I think what I'm gonna say to that is Matt is really freaking smart because stretch, very intense, contraction, very intense. I'm a happy camper. Yeah, that's fun. And I think the coolest thing about that machine is, for me, most of the time, when I'm doing lat stuff, it's like either I get the rep or I just die. I can actually like chug through hard reps on this thing, so it gets like a very high score on the chuggability index. Feel like this angle gives a better representation of the scale of this gym. Because there's a lot of space down there. Good chug there. Good chug there. Do we got one more? See, that is the chuggability. Oh. 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 Yeah, I am a fan of this thing. And I figured for torso work and do something a little bit weird that probably isn't the best thing, but it's also going to let me get a decent amount of bang for the buck. And that is like a dead bug intent pullover. So what I'm trying to do is keep my abs on so my low back is driven into the pad as I extend to the pullover. And it becomes a really, really, really gnarly ab isometric because like all this wants to do is like flex my rib cage up, but I gotta strain against the dumbbell to keep that shit pushed down. And it gets really fun. Plus, it's letting me touch a little bit of that overhead range access that really, really, really sucks if you can't tell by looking at the video that you're watching right now. And like, maybe not the number one priority you want to have for abs as a power lifter, but it's at least decent to keep in once in a while. And if you want to make it a little bit gnarlier, instead of like doing the dead bug position hold, you can try to get the legs a little bit straighter, run a hollow hold, and leverages just get a little bit grosser. Can barely talk right now. We're gassing. Like another half a second and my abs would have cramped all shit. So I think what's funny in terms of thinking about that, I only got 25 more pounds to go until I can say I've lost 100 pounds in a year, is that I've probably got more than 25 pounds of fluff that I need to pull off. So I think it should be pretty doable. And again, I don't want to do anything stupid to make it happen. I don't want to try to rush the process, force the process, because I don't want to get in the way of me maintaining as much tissue as I can and me holding on to as much strength as possible through the cut. And like I was talking about yesterday, like I know that strength is going to fall off as levers change and as I get more and more depleted, but I still got to be able to train half decently on my accessories, on the things that don't have stability, so that when I do get food back in and I adapt those levers, I'm still strong. So I don't know. Moral of the story is that right now, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to be continuing to check the boxes. I'm stoked to be continuing to put in good effort on the things that I'm able to put good effort on and make smarter choices so I don't tweak my pec again on the things that I probably don't need to be forcing. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Have a good rest of your night. And if you need any sort of help at all with anything powerlifting related, please hit that link below, join the team, because I really do want to make you a better lifter. Like, it's fun for me to see people in there getting better, so the more people in there that are getting better, the more fun I get to have, and the more fun you get to have because you're getting better too. Okay, bye.